Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your man, Twisted Drifter, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Forza Horizon 6 Let's Play. Now, a little bit something to say before we go and actually get into things. I did have a issue where we are re-recording this. The original episode... Ooh, hold on. Little monster we can buy. Originally, when I first played this game and recorded this, the recording ended up being corrupted, so sadly, we are re-recording this. You're seeing progress after 6 episodes of the being recorded. So I do apologize for, you know, some of this being out of order and being in the Tokyo Drift Mustang, which you'll see me unlock either episode 4 or episode 5. But we are headed on down to the drift story now to actually continue that. Now, I will say, I have fixed the wheel issue, but at the same time, I'm not too happy with
I have someone I need you to meet.
Well, I'll meet whoever you need me to meet later. I'm not happy with the way this story went, just being honest with you. Personal opinion, this definitely could have been worded a lot, or done a lot better. I feel like they sort of cheaped out on it, with the car selections, but who knows? That was my first impression with it. And, you know, normally I wouldn't re-record a story mode, like a story content like this, but I feel like I'm robbing you guys if we don't, you know, so originally I wasn't going to do it. I was just gonna, you know, could just skip straight to episode 4, but after episode 2 I did say that episode 3 would be drift story, so that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go finish that, the drift club, and, you know, go from there, because honestly, while I may not have had the most fun with it because of just not being a fan of the car choices, it was also 4 a.m. when I recorded that video, and I also just, you know, I want to give it another chance. So we're going to go through from 2 to 6, because episode 2 we did end up with doing the first story. So without further ado, let's head on in here and get into these stories, because again, I'm going to give y'all the content y'all deserve. And I said we were going to do something, I'm going to do it. The only way this YouTube return is going to work is if I stay consistent. So without further ado, let's do this. Now, sorry again for my mic dropping away, quality-wise, when I moved to the left. Elgato Wave 3, definitely a little bit tricky. Now, some people have been asking, or maybe wondering, for those who haven't been on Twitch, we have upgraded the system. The old system is no longer here.
You must be our newest member.
We are now on...
Welcome to Drift Club Japan.
We'll continue after
Hamada-san
this.
Was very complimentary. Told me to take you out to the mountain roads, try something new.
Thanks for taking the time. I know you're busy at Horizon, and congrats on the purple wristband, by the way.
Oh, this is no trouble. Drift Club time is my time, and I want to see what our new recruit can do.
Hopefully this time I have a better time with this BMW. First time I did not. But since things, just for those who don't know, since the last time we were doing YouTube, we do have a much upgraded system. We are on a all AMD system, running the Ryzen 7800X, Ryzen 7800X, 32 gigs DDR4, and a Ryzen 6600 XT. So, not a bad system. Definitely could be better, but you know.
Actually, this is fun. They harnessed it, and the oversteer technique was born. Without people like Hamada-san, I would never have thought I could use a car in that way. I'm just thankful.
Now, I will say, I'm not a big fan of this BMW at all. I have yet to find... Even when I was doing this live, I could not find a proper feel for the car. I feel like I'm getting better with it this time. Could just be, you know, actually being more awake now that I'm redoing it. But I was not a fan of the car choices on a lot of these missions. It feels like they just gave you something that was sort of half-assed built, and, you know, didn't really have much of a tune on it. So I was very disappointed in that. I could just be completely wrong too, you know. I could be wrong, and it just could be my lack of skill. But I was not a fan at all of how these cars were built. I think I had 2 exceptions, and that you'll see those. I'll explain those when we get to them. I don't want to give away any details moving forward. Kind of want to just surprise you guys when we get to that point. I will say though, the roads we go on are beautiful.
One of the slowest, least efficient ways to take a corner, but it's the most fun. Fact.
Drift Club taught me everything I know.
Mangine is going to be key from one thing I did notice.
Was a complete starter project. I upgraded it to drift spec and welded the diff myself because I was on a budget.
All right.
Let's get back out there.
It's a no-chill run, is it? Good.
Probably should have gone to second there, but oh well. This BMW BMWs have never really spoken to me as drift cars, and especially with the way they built these. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I am not a fan of how these were built. And that's my biggest complaint. Personally, would have preferred to have had, you know, one of the Formula Drift builds, one of the higher horsepower. This feels like it's a low-mid horsepower build, which, don't get me wrong, is not bad if you have a decent tune on it. This one did not. And I don't think we're going to be anywhere near shiitake mushrooms. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near the 275,000 score that they want. Definitely not. Now, I don't claim to be as good of a drifter as I once was, okay? I've been doing more sim racing lately, and that's just a big part of it as well. But we're gonna work it back in.
That was fun. I see potential. Glad to have you here.
Whew.
I look forward to seeing even more.
Step 1 and 2 technically chalked off, so it's onwards and upwards from here. I've got something a bit different planned for next time, so I'll see you soon.
I will say, he gets annoying. Jordan, during this whole thing, my personal opinion, was extremely annoying. I mean, he almost reminds me of what's his name from FH5 and 4. I can't think of his name. Rami, or I think, I don't know.
Robert, what do you want to do now?
None of these. God, I wish I could just take this car for the story, but I can't. Alright, this one here, piece of cake. We get a beautiful car for this one. This one here, my favorite challenge out of all of them. And you'll see why here in a moment.
We are going up in the world. Literally, up in the mountains. Tell them.
Hey, we met
And I'm
briefly.
sure you can already
Rob
see.
Glenn likes drift a lot. That guy. So I think it would be a good idea to head to the Snake in Mountain Passes. That is a classic drifting ground.
And we will
Robert
be running
Glenn.
the exact same route from any number of Isamu-san's drift videos. So let's head out and up.
Alrighty, here we go. Eventually, I need to work on getting some window stickers put on some of my cars.
This is the natural roaming ground of Hamada-san,
Let's go.
up on the mountain pass. Trust me, the drive is worth the payoff. And he might hear about it. if we're loud enough. You should already be familiar, but if you find yourself 1v1 on a mountain pass, well, it's probably Toge.
Absolutely.
Let's be clear. Toge is about grip, speed, focus. The roads we use as drifters and Toge racers are the same. We just use them differently. Drift isn't so much focused on speed, it's measured in angles, in flair, in how long you can hold your nerve.
Now this car is one that actually feels like it was built for drifting. This car actually feels great. And out of all the cars, feels the best. Aside from the finale car, which you will see here soon. But honestly, this was a fun little episode to film originally. I loved it. I've been loving this game. Looking forward to getting more content out for y'all as we progress through the story. And we will be getting, you know, drift builds. We're going to be getting drift builds. We're going to be getting content with Predator, possibly getting Chiefs OMG back into things, the old crew. We will not, unfortunately, have Percival in any other videos anymore. That bridge has burned.
Like I always say, though, in Drift
But
Club, we want to see style. Because
a lot of
drifting without
things
style
have changed. A lot of things stay the
I say
same.
that too. No, hold on. I got that from you.
Words to live by, laddo. Right, buckle up, and I'll see you at the finish.
But at the end of the day, it's going to be fun to get back into... it's been fun to get back into the content creation and get back into streaming. Let's go. Oh, and this is where I did struggle. These slow speed corners have always sort of been my nemesis. I think we're going to restart this one just once, because I know I can do better. We're going to do one restart. Just one, because y'all know me. I have made the rule, I stated this early on. One restart allowed. Except with a few exceptions. Let's go. No, this one was absolutely a blast, though. I love this story. Honestly, could do this one over and over again, because this one, at least this chapter of it here, I could do over and over again. This car feels heavenly, and I'm definitely going to be building an 8.6. I think this one is built sort of based off the way it would have been in stage 6, I want to say. Or final stage. So towards the end of the anime, I think this is how this is sort of close to being. Maybe. If not a little bit more. I don't know, I can't tell you exactly. But I can say that it does feel good to get sideways here with this car. On Hakone, you cannot go wrong on this beautiful mountain pass. It's absolutely beautiful. Can't believe I just lost the car right there. And this just goes to show just the beautiful elevation levels of this map. Like, the map has some beautiful, beautiful elevations. And that's one thing I'm really happy about with this game being on the PC and only next-gen consoles. It allowed for them to really go ahead and expand beyond what they've been able to do in recent years due to the fact that it's no longer on Xbox One. And that's a really good thing. It really is.
Well, you two, it's been a pleasure, but I have to scuttle off. I'm doing one of those day trips. You heard of that?
Oh yeah, I know the boss. Tell you what, I'll get you a sweet discount if
We
you show up and
eventually
drift with us at the circuit.
need to try the
When
day
we're ready.
trips,
I'll
just
see
to
what I
explore the
can
map.
do. Only because you're doing such a fine job. But the discount could grease the wheels a bit too.
I'm thinking episode 7 we may try day trip, just to explore the map. It's not gonna get us to the Legend Island any sooner, but I think it could be fun. Let me know in the chat, or in the comments, if y'all would like to see the day trips live, or in a video, because I'm open to it. I'm open to recording it. I'm open to just keeping it on stream, you know, so if y'all want to see that as a YouTube video, let me know. I'll probably record it as just a YouTube video anyway, just in case. But I think it's going to stay as a stream personally. Now, this one here was the toughest challenge. It's in one of my favorite cars. A Mustang Dark Horse. Can't go wrong with a Mustang normally, but I digress. Build is everything.
You've been improving.
And as you can see, it's a
let's
pretty
see what
much
you can do.
stock
Oh, so
build.
no pressure then, Hamada-san.
No pressure. Just drift. Let's go.
And stock build, not the greatest. All I will say.
Drift Club Japan is not about competing with each other, Jordan. It's about building up all of our skills so that when we drift together, we all win. The most important rule to follow in Drift Club Japan is rule
But we'll see what happens as we go back down this mountain again.
Rule number 1. Drift Club Japan members celebrate progress, not podiums. I just hope I'm not a victim of Rule 5. You must buy dinner for everyone at Drift Club if you hit the barriers at the drift circuit.
Here we go. That's a funny rule, though, because it's very easy to hit the barriers on the drift circuit, so... it's not hard to not do it, if you know what I mean, so... I don't know. I just kind of find that a funny rule, and wish that it would actually apply to us if we, you know, broke the rule. But sadly, being in Forza, it does not.
Good start, but I know you got more.
Having to manage it like nobody's business to be able to really beat this one kind of sucks. Oh god, Mustang going around. Can we avoid hitting anything? Yes, we can. Avoid putting a dent in this Mustang. Ow. Can we get back on the road? Alright, dent-free Mustang is out of the question now, and that sucks. I was hoping to go dent-free, but... sadly, unable to do so. And rewinding, losing our points of where we were on the counter steer really didn't help us there at all. We may just barely make it only because we're manjing.
I'm impressed.
There we go. So we actually improved over episode 1 just slightly.
About our drift circuit readiness.
Good news. You're ready. I just had to be sure. So go out and have one last practice, and I'll see you at Shimanoyama Drift Circuit.
Thank you,
That
Hamada-san.
Mustang
Honestly, good job. It's
would
not
be a
straight
good
away,
drift
'cause
car,
I need a day or two for that
but
to sink in.
it needs modifications. It needs better, a little bit more power, a lock differential, massive suspension changes, and wider rear tires. Then, oh, maybe narrower tires, I don't know. More power, definitely. To really be able to do it the way I want, it needs improvements.
Oh, wow. Power. You had that under control.
Not really. But anyhow, Let's go back, do this one here. And then we'll wrap it up with the final one. Now, I will admit, my first time going through this, I was way too critical. This has actually been quite fun.
Told me you got a spot at Shimanoyama Drift Circuit.
But
Seriously,
definitely could
impressive.
use a little bit
Hamada-san
better
doesn't just
work.
show up with anyone, you know?
Oh yeah, we've worked for it, and grateful we have. I would 100% be buying everyone dinner if I'd have gone day one.
And now
Rule
we're
5.
running in
Yes.
the
I know all too well.
Mercedes.
So, while we're here at Daikoku, why not have one last run out?
Gotta love
before your big
Daikoku.
day?
Welcome to the Mercedes. This car,
The best thing about having full
not a
access to
fan
the
of
Auto.
at all.
The parts. You know how many cars I've brought up to drift spec for the club?
Let's see.
It's a big number.
Well,
I don't
Keiko,
doubt it.
Keiko, you
Hey,
could
tell
have
us
done
what the drift circuit's
a
like.
much better build
Most
for
important
this
are
Mercedes.
the crowds. They come to watch the best. That's
Unless
why
you're talking
Hamada-san
actual
pushes your
drift
skill.
club.
Because you will inspire someone in that crowd to try for themselves. Keeping drift alive for a new generation.
Yeah, this car here definitely could use some work. And just like in my first attempt, we overdrive that corner. Ow. Yeah, this Mercedes, way too heavy to be really successful. Way too heavy, not a whole lot of power in this build. Not really all that great for what we're doing. Like, it would be a lot better if, you know, take some weight
I have
out,
a
throw a
feeling you're
massive
gonna shine
turbo
at
in there,
Shimanoyama. Keep it up.
and we'd be okay. But the issue is, not a whole lot of power, way too heavy. Suspension, way too stiff. Now, I'm hoping I'm not the only one who feels that way about this. You know, I hope I'm not the only one who felt that way with this story mode. I really do, because it's not a bad story mode. It's just it's not great.
Hey,
Like,
thanks for drifting with
it's
us. Good to
lacking
get one last run out before the
in
big day.
cars.
No need to thank me. That's just Drift Club. Oh, I'll be in the crowd for this one. So, give it some flair for me.
Giving
Yeah,
it some
sure we could do
flair
that
isn't
for
a
you.
problem.
Thanks again, Keiko. Sorry, not thank you. Sorry, thanks. Best if I just go.
Yeah, probably. Leave Keiko alone. Yeah, we scored less than we did on our first attempt there. It's not an easy one. It is definitely one of the more difficult ones. But it is what it is. No, I'd not like to skip those. I just want to come over here. An RSX. Ooh. Might have to go buy that before we end this video. But let's go over and drift Zoku. Because this here, next to the AE86, is the best car they give you to use. And you're going to see why here in a moment.
Today is a true test of Drift Club Japan. Shimanoyama Drift Circuit in front of a sold-out crowd.
Sold out? Nobody told me that.
It's a good job you have both been in training. Don't sweat it. Come on, let's go.
I agree, let's go. Here we go.
Let's head to the drift circuit. You worked hard for this.
Thank you, Hamada-san. Let's use the drive to get to grips with the car before we hit the circuit.
Yeah, This one here is a blast. Some beautiful roads, beautiful scenery on the way there. Plus, this Ferrari sounds so good.
It looks fierce.
Like, this thing sounds beautiful. But y'all see it in third person here. I suck at drifting in third person, just a heads up. Good God, does it feel good? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now, I don't know what this racetrack is based off of. Originally, I thought Ebisu, but then I was like, no, not even close. But it was just because of the way the way it's all set up. It originally reminded me of Ebisu, but it's nowhere near Ebisu. I don't know what it's based on. If anyone does know what Shimano-Yama Drift Circuit is based on, let me know.
We want to inspire
because it is a nice track.
As Drift Club Japan.
Yeah, on behalf of both of us, thanks for this. I promise not to invoke rule number 5.
I was hoping you would.
I'm quite hungry.
Now, let's go and put on a show.
I agree, let's go put a show on.
Heads down, eyes on, let's drift.
Let's drift.
Alright, last push. It's now or never. Nah, that was too dramatic. I mean, it's now or probably tomorrow.
Here we go.
Your Ferrari has been built to drift, and every part of this circuit has been built to drift on. Use everything you learn and put it into action. That's it! You mastered this.
Well, my name isn't Twisted Drifter for a reason now. And I will say, drifting on the Moza does not feel bad at all. I wish I could dial in my settings a little bit more. Feel closer to what a Assetto Corsa feels like. I know it's likely not possible, completely different physics model, but it doesn't feel terrible.
Focus. Perfect lines, sharp angles, long slides. Let's go.
It would be great if you'd stop hitting me. God, this thing feels so good. This thing feels amazing to drift, y'all. It really does. Also, this week, by the way, just a heads up, we will be having, probably, if not this week, next week, expect a break from Forza content and a little bit of iRacing content as I bring to y'all a, video of my Coke 600 attempt on iRacing, trying to defend my title on there, bringing in another Coke 600 win. We did win it last year, would love to try and win it this year, and no matter what, the best attempt that I have will be brought up and put on YouTube. It will be a longer video, because I'll be putting up the full race, the full 400 laps. But it is going to be a fun one. Hopefully we can go caution-free like we did last year, and I can end up winning on pit strategy. I had a great pit strategy last year. We went caution-free from like lap 180 on. And I was just able to really make the pit strategy really worked off.
I like it.
And got us the win. So I'm hoping I can bring that out again and hopefully go from there. But if not, you know, it is what it is. But it would be beautiful if we could do that one more time. But no, honestly, this game though, so far, feels amazing. The graphics, beautiful. Physics, definitely could use some work. But they're better than any Horizon games so far.
But thanks for welcoming us to Drift Club Japan. I hope we did well enough.
More than well enough. I'm hoping to stay members for a long time to come.
Oh, you couldn't make us leave even if you tried. Obviously mean that in a good way, because that could sound weird.
Yeah, that could.
I know what you mean. Now, Jordan, I'm fairly certain you broke Drift Club rule number 5.
I know we broke Drift Club rule number 5. 113. I don't think I beat my original record. I think my original was like 122. But I'm not gonna complain. We didn't do bad. My first attempt, we ended up going and accidentally locking it into reverse. So, thank God we didn't do that. Now, this is one I eventually want to do. I want to do the day trip eventually. But that is the drift tour for you guys, and honestly, a lot of fun. It really is. But like I said, we've got an RSX over here going by. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Honestly, huge thank you to everybody who has been showing love to this series so far. Cannot thank you guys enough for the love, the support, the views, helping to be here and support the journey of the return to YouTube. But it's your man Twisted. Always remember that mental health does matter. Don't be afraid to seek help if you need it. If you know of anybody struggling with their mental health, do your best to be there for them. You never know, 10, 15 minutes out of your day may just change somebody's life. And always remember that your label is just a label. That label does not define you. You are who you choose to be. And it is your man Twisted Drifter. I'll see you all in the next episode. I'm out. Peace.